Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. We are waiting for people to come online so that we'll be able to go straight to the point. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming online. We are waiting for people to join us online. Okay. While we await others to join us, and then I believe and hope that the network will be or should be friendly to us without going off unnecessarily. Okay, so people are coming up online little by little. Thank you for joining us at THC Study Center. My name is Udoku Joy Adalbi. Thank you, Emeka Uche, for joining. Thank you, Babatunde Wolabi, for joining. Can you see it from that angle? Yeah, I think your network is a little bad. Okay, so interesting thing, I think that wow. Thank you for joining, Shimeze Wanko. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I think your network is bad, but let's hope that it gets better. So here, okay. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad that you made it down. Okay, I'm glad that you made it down. And hello, Babatunde Oluwaseun. Thank you very much. I hope everybody can hear me clearly because we'll be starting in a few minutes. We're trying to make sure everything is on ground, the questions are well said, and so that we'll be able to answer all your questions. I have found out that a lot of people have been trying to get to me and the school, THT Study Center, to ask us questions, basically about IELTS, TOEFL, or proficiency exam. And you know that if you plan traveling out of the country, of your home country into another country, then there are about few exams that you will be writing. Basically, we call them proficiency exams. And these proficiency exams, I'm trying to see, approve. Okay, add anyway. Okay, so it means that if you are living country A, hi ma'am, hi. If you are living country, I hope you can hear me. If you are living country A to go to country B, if you are leaving country A to go to country B, then you must be willing, ready to write certain exams called proficiency exams, and they span from IELTS, TOEFL, IELTS, TOEFL, GRE, SAT, GMAT, and a host of other English exams that are on ground. And then for now, again, and these exams again can be divided into the academics and depending on the reason you're trying to travel out of the country. If you're traveling out for an academic purpose, and there are academic exams that you must write. However, if you're traveling out of the country to relocate, then there are certain exams that you must write. I usually say this again to my students. It's important that you note that it is not only the English speaking. Thank you, mommy. Thank you for coming in, ma. So, mommy Adeoti, thank you, ma. It's also important that you note that the exams are not written by the English speaking community only. No, communities only. No, the English speaking countries. No. For instance, if you're going to travel out of the country to go to Japan, to go to the Asian countries like Japan, Chinese, Korea, you are made to also write some exams. And in fact, you're made to take some classes, because basically they get to thank you for joining. Then basically, you write those exams to show yourself approved, to show that you can communicate. And that is why most of the exams written are called proficiency, meaning that they are just to see how proficient you are, how intelligible you are. Are you intelligent? Are you going to go are you able to communicate with people? Thank you for joining. Are you able to communicate with people? Basically on the communication skills. That is why you write IELTS, TOEFL, SAT, and all of these exams. Again, let me say that most of the exams are basically English writing exams, except if you are going to study for your master's abroad. So if you're going to study for your master's abroad, then the schools may ask you to write GRE, to write GMAT, although not all the schools, but some schools will have you do that. And so if the schools are going to have you do the GRE, then it means you'll be writing an exam, a proficiency exam in your mathematics and of course in the English language. Therefore, you make sure that most of the things you are doing for your GRE, GMAT, SAT will be for what? Will be on your verbal reasoning, your quantitative reasoning, and of course essays. Do you understand? So now we're going to start the frequently asked questions. I'm going to have my secretary here, Jessica. She'll read out the questions, then I would okay, so
what does IELTS mean?
Yes, okay. What does IELTS mean? IELTS means International English what's it called again? International English Language Testing System. International English Language Testing System. Thank you, Pastor Falake, for joining. Okay, International English Language Testing System. And the meaning is the reason it's a testing system is because it tests communication skills. We usually tell our students when they come here that it is important that they know the meaning of the exam they are going to write. Don't just say they asked me to write. Some people will say LMLSES. We've heard in this exam, in this school, we have heard a lot of people come up with different names. You hear people say LMLS, ETLS. It is IELTS, International English Language Proficient English Language Testing System. Thank you.
How many skills are tested in the IELTS test?
How many Qs are tested? How many divisions are tested? 4 divisions. 4 divisions are tested. Thank you, Pastor Dami, for joining. 4 divisions are tested. 4 divisions are tested for the IELTS exam. Division 1. Division 1 tested is this. Your listening. Division 1, listening. Division 2, reading. Division 3, writing. Division 4, speaking. Let me say this again. When your baby grows up, or for everybody who has given birth, or for children that you have known, for people you have, for kids you were around while they were growing up, and while they were coming from babyhood, to their childhood level, from babyhood to that toddler level. Now, what do they do first? They listen. Then they do what? They are able to read, they are able to write, and then they are able to speak. Sometimes the end result of listening is what? The end result of listening is what? It's speaking. The end result of writing is what? The end result of reading, rather, is writing. Do we understand? So these 4 divisions in English language is called the communication skill. Communication skills, language skill that everybody, every individual should know. Every individual should know. Very, very important. 4 divisions: listening, reading, writing, and what? And speaking. Okay?
Which skills do I take on the same day?
Oh, thank you. Now, the IELTS exam is not written on the same day. The 4 divisions are not written on the same day. Number 1, your speaking is given to you one of the weeks. Monday, Tuesday. Usually the exams come on every Saturday. So usually you might be called in to take your speaking. You might be called in to take your speaking. Thank you for coming in. You might be called in to take your speaking a day before your exam, a day in the week, any day of the week before Saturday. So you get to take your exam Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Friday. Then on Saturday you take your what? Your listening, your reading, and your writing. Yes.
Okay. Is there a break between the reading and the writing test?
Is there a break between the reading and the writing test? There are basically no break. Really, there are basically no break. The truth is, it depends on your center. They might give you 10 minutes break, depending, but there are no breaks. There are no breaks. Your exams are to be written for 2 hours, 45 minutes. 1 hour for reading, 40 questions, or are we still going there? Oh, so I think we've not gotten there. So you have 2 hours, 45 minutes for all of your division. And you will get less than 10 minutes for break, just when you're going out to pee or to do something. But there are basically no breaks between.
Okay, can I use a pen in my IELTS test?
Please do not use a pen in your IELTS exam. Use your pencil. When you're going for your exam, kindly use your pencil. It's important that you use your pencil. So when you use your pencil for your IELTS exam, you are able to erase in case there is an error or there are errors. So you are able to do what? To clean them up. Do not go to the exam writing with your pen. Most times, especially for your essay, in case you made a mistake, you might want to cancel out and then your work become rough. So practice using your pencil and make sure you use your pencil throughout.
Okay. Can I wear a watch in my IELTS test?
Now, depending on centers, you are not allowed to take anything into your exam hall. So do not bother with your car key, because when you get to your IELTS exam entrance, you're being checked. As you're being checked in, a cellophane bag is given to you where you are tagged and all of your properties are given to you. Some exam centers will allow you to go with your wristwatch so that you are able to, examiners may likely allow you, so that you're able to watch out for your timing when you are writing. Albeit, practice so well that you know your timing, Aside that, there's a big wall clock put in the exam hall. So some exam hall, having had that, may not want you to do what? To take your wristwatches in. You understand?
Okay. Can I write using capital letters?
Yes, you can write your reading and listening answers writing using capital letters. Let me start this way. A lot of us have fantastic, in quotes, fantastic handwriting, like very fantastic. Fantastic as though it looks as though your chicken made their playful leg match they do. It's looking as such. So if you have fantastic handwriting in quotes, kindly write out all answers. For listening and reading only in capital letter. Then make sure that wherever you are practicing, for THC Study Center, one of the things we make sure we do is to help you with your handwriting. If you're having a terrible handwriting, nobody is going to rub your head. We will have you keep writing and writing until you get that very well. Do we get? So your handwriting is important, and that is why when you are practicing, you need a tutor that will put you through. Please do not use capital letter to write your writing. It's 0 automatically.
Okay. Should I use lots of idioms and phrasal verbs to get a high score?
Do not use lots of idioms. I hope I'm correct on that. Do not use lots of idioms. Idioms in your writing should be minimal. And please, I used to tell people, don't quote Bible. You are writing something. You don't know if the person you are about writing to is even gay or an atheist or a babalawo or a Buddhist. You don't know. So don't go, okay, for instance, I've seen some of my students, I'll ask them questions such as, write on education and teenagers or young adults, and teenagers. And then my students will say, according to the Bible, it says, train up a child in the way to go. 0. It is 0. You can't do that. You can't be sentimental, religious, please sentiment. You can't be. You must make sure you approach your academics, your writing as academic as possible. So please avoid the use of idioms, idiomatic expression. Use them fairly. If you can avoid them totally, do. Albeit if you must use, then I'm not expecting more than 2 idioms from you in a writing.
Okay. Is it necessary I write conclusion for my task 1?
That's for your writing. Task 1 is your writing. For general, we forgot to talk about the fact that how many divisions are there in IELTS. For IELTS, there are 2 divisions. You have the general, and then you have the what? You have the academic. For the general, if you are relocating, I found out that a lot of my students are falling into the wrong hands. You go to some agents, and they begin to tell you, just go and write IELTS. And then you in your mind, because Nigerians do not like to consult people. You feel everybody is calm. And then in that mistake, you go ahead to register academics when you are relocating. You will rewrite that exam. You will rewrite it. So I will please implore you, please make sure that, in fact, yes, so according to the Bible, make sure that you consult somebody that is already in line, that knows it, so that they can tell you if you are supposed to, there is a part of IELTS that is life skill. There is a type of IELTS exam that is tagged life skill. So it is not just about general, academic, or that. No, there are divisions. There is also what we call, there is these IELTS exams also, I've forgotten what it's called now, that we use basically for people who are medical practitioners. IELTS, what's it called again? I've forgotten. I will remember that and I will write on it. So please, make sure that you're writing the right exam. Consult. Don't just say you're relocating and then an agency is just giving you something to do. Please consult. Very, very important. The money you're going to pay for consultation will save you a lot of heartbreaks. Will save you heartbreaks. Because a lot of agencies will just cripple you, collect your money, and then at the end of the day, you will say you don't trust anybody any longer. Don't do that, please. Okay?
Okay. Can I give a balanced view for an agree or disagree question?
You can give a balanced view. Give a balanced view. However, it is important to stick to a point. You can give a balanced view. But then I tell you that you're going to be, that's why I say that IELTS is in strategy. I've written this exam and I can tell you, these people can come up with different strategy at any time. You will be shocked. You will be what? You will be shocked. There was a point where balancing the view was okay. When you balance the view, that was 2015-16. Now you need to stick to your point. In fact, sometimes they will ask you to start by disagreeing before you start agreeing. So you need to understand all of this strategy and when and how to use them. I need you to know that underwriting, I'm going to talk about it on one of our live shows, since we'll be running these frequent questions, frequently asked questions. We'll be running it for the week. And I tell you what, we'll be talking about divisions and what's in different divisions so that you will know. Under IELTS writing, there are about 4 to 5 different types of questions. You have the opinion essay, argumentative essay, you have the discussion. All of them are divided into these 3. Now you need to know the strategy to write these 3. If not, you will you will do your writing, and then because of writing, you need again to redo the exam. So consult. Very, very important.
Okay. How long does it take for my test results to arrive?
21 days. 13 to 21 days. 13 to 21 days. 13 days you're going to see it online. 13 days you're going to see it online. And then 21 days your hard copy, if you apply. You know, a lot of time we tell people that your hard copy will come and meet you in your house. It will be delivered wherever you want it to be delivered to rather. Sometimes we make students come collect the result from us. Do you understand? But then your results will be delivered to you. And you need to also consult. Don't go and do it yourself if you don't know how to do it. Don't just suddenly form Jagaban and go and do these things yourself. Make sure you are going through a lot of consultation, going through people, so that you will not pay for your exams twice.
Okay. If I take IELTS twice, which results can I use?
The one you did best now. You know, I've heard a lot of people say, I've taken IELTS is a scam. I've taken it 5, 7, 8 times, and I've never gotten the result. You don't know the strategy. If you have taken IELTS twice, for instance, for our UK students that we are putting in some of our schools affiliated, we make sure they have 6.5 lowest. In fact, here we don't work more than 7. We drill you to have 7 as the lowest for academics. So if you are coming here and you're doing 7 at the lowest, so it means that for your exam, if you're going to present any paper to us, you are presenting your best result. For relocation, depending on age, 7.58 is what you must have. Here, we work on 8 for relocation. So when we're working on 8 for relocation, it does mean that your best result is what you must do, what you must give, right? Right or right?
Okay, now to the TOEFL.
Okay, let's talk about banding before we go to TOEFL exam. Your band is on 9. Every score, overall score is on 9. Your competency is rated on what? On 9. On 9. Each band is rated on what? On 9. And the division is basically, your total division is gotten from a calculation of the 4 division divided by some numerals that I may not be able to explain to you, times something that times then 200. Now that is how they get your total band for 9. And your total band for 9 is, funny enough, here we do ABC, over there with IELTS British Council do CBA. So the highest competency result comes with a C, and the lowest come with an A. So is that funny? That's just it. So very quickly, let's go to TOEFL.
Okay. Why should I take the TOEFL test?
Why you should take the TOEFL test? Because it's also an exam that you must write to get admission abroad. The TOEFL test is basically an academic-based exam. Here is the difference between IELTS and TOEFL. IELTS has an academic part of it. TOEFL only has academic. Don't go to your agent and your agent will say, go and write the exam, and then you just imagine that it is TOEFL or is IELTS. Some schools, see, IELTS is British based and is accepted generally. TOEFL is American based. So IELTS is UK, TOEFL is what? US. So it means that if you are going to apply to a school in the US, there is every likelihood they tell you to do what? To do TOEFL. They can ask you to also present IELTS exam, but I'm talking about the fact that if you consult us, we can help you check out your school and know what they want you to do. So if you IELTS exam, the TOEFL exam is basically for academic based exam. You want to travel out of the country for your academics.
Okay. Is there an age requirement? How do I qualify to take the test?
There is no age requirement for TOEFL exam. As far as you want to go for your academics abroad. So it's just that some schools put age restriction for people who coming into their school. So if you are going to apply to a school and you're already 30 and then you want to apply for a first degree, it might be hard.
Okay. Does TOEFL score expire?
Yes, TOEFL score expires.
Okay. How long is the validity?
How long is the validity? Please read that out.
How long is the validity of TOEFL?
Read that out. Read the validity out. Read its validity out. Now, IELTS has a validity for, usually it used to be 3-4 years, now it is 2 years. So for IELTS, if you are going to write an exam for IELTS, it is only valid for 2 years. And after 2 years, it expires. And so TOEFL is also valid between 2 to 4 years, depending on the school that you are submitting it to. So the school you are submitting to can say, okay, they are going to take a span of 4 years. They're going to take a span of 2 years. But IELTS is specific, 2 years.
Okay. What skills are tested in the TOEFL test?
Now, before we go to the skill, we might want to ask ourselves what's the meaning of TOEFL too. So it's test of English. Test of English as a foreign language. Test of English, thank you for joining. Test for English as a foreign language. Test for English as a foreign language. What is tested in TOEFL? The same thing tested for IELTS. The only difference is that IELTS can be computer based and can be paper based. TOEFL is strictly computer based. TOEFL is strictly computer based. Okay. Yes, IELTS and TOEFL is actually compulsory for depending, for traveling. If you are relocating, it is important. If you don't do it here, you will do it when you get there. And I tell people it's important that you do it here. It's better you do it from Nigeria. It's going to be harder. Now, for some people, it's because you are going to look for a job or you got a job, it's possibly they waive IELTS for you. But when you get there, you will still do it. Some will eventually tell you that the band score they want if you're coming to work as an unskilled worker is 2 or 3 band, but then when you get there, if you don't do it yet, when you get there, you still do. It's very compulsory. Some waive it. And some schools also waive IELTS. There are schools in Ireland, in Germany, in US, in the UK that waive IELTS. However, sometimes when you get there, you are made to sit another 6 months or 3 months English language, especially for education, for your academics. Kindly do the IELTS exam. It's compulsory. It will help you far beyond the need to travel.
Okay. Is it possible to cancel my TOEFL test?
It is possible to cancel your TOEFL test 2 or a month before then with medical reports. It's also possible that you cancel your IELTS, but then a month, 3 weeks before, and you cancel with money. You'll be paying to cancel. So this is why we tell people in our school, this is what we do. When you come into school, we register you for classes. We take your payment, but we don't register you for exams immediately. You do your entrance exam, you start doing your class. By the 6th class, when you're writing your test, we will know. We give you a month ahead. For instance, some students who just registered recently, and their classes will be ending by June 20th. We'll be registering them rather for the month of July ending, not even, because we want you to take enough practices. 80K is too much to pay and then repay again.
Okay. What do I need to bring on my test day?
On your test day, bring yourself mentally ready, your pencil for your TOEFL, your pencil, and then go there. You don't need any other thing. Your international passport. Do not forget your international passport. That's the only what do we call it? That's the only hmm? That's the only document, thank you, needed. Now, to also register, do not pay anybody who tells you that you don't need international passport. Your international passport is needed. That's what we use to register you for exam.
Okay. How long does it take for my TOEFL results to be ready?
7 days. 7 to 13 days. 7 days online, maybe 13 days for the hard copy.
Okay. Can I retake the test?
You can always retake the test if you don't do well. You can always, you can always retake the test if you don't do well. If you've not done well, you can retake the test but then that's why we tell people it's okay to give yourself a month to practice before. It's okay to give yourself a month to practice before you decide to write the exam. So practice and practice enough. Okay, I think what's the time? That's all we'll be having today for the frequently asked questions. Join us tomorrow at 1:30. We will be taking up frequently asked questions on individual divisions, on all of the divisions, one after the other. And again, our website will be coming up tomorrow, and we'll be giving you the link so that you can ask any of your questions. Should you need to also take any classes, we are your plug. We do more than just train you. We make sure we take you through all of the class. We have people online here on my Facebook page, on the school page Facebook, who we have taught. We have people from Malawi, from Kenya, we have people from the UK, we have people from Ghana that we have taught. We're a registered school, and we are not just a roadside agency. We are also registered with the Canadian immigration agencies. So we are your plug. We have affiliation with schools from the UK, and we will be 2 years officially in the month of June. And so we are working towards also bringing you a lot of programs in the month of June, where we'll be having all of our agents working from different countries, talking to you about traveling abroad. Traveling abroad for your studies. Stay tuned to all of our programs. You're not going to regret it. Thank you very much for coming. If you have any question, you can always drop on our comment section, and we will attend accordingly to your question. I think that will be all for today. Thank you, Jessica, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We love you. Bye.